Hey, howdy ho, how's it going? My name is Dimka, and I am back to tell you the rest of your story for the day. If you remember, I belong to Andre and Edward, and I am one of Macy's friends. I'm here to tell the conclusion of the story, The Hollow Pie. And if you remember correctly, Robert had a very bad habit of taking the best and the biggest piece for himself whenever he saw something yummy. He and his brothers were at their aunt's house for a yummy dinner, and when dessert was passed, he took the biggest individual pie for himself. When he cut into the pie, the whole thing collapsed. The pie was hollow. There was no filling inside. Poor Robert. Tears filled his eyes, but no one seemed to notice what had happened. He ate the crust as bravely as he could, and he didn't say a thing. Next, cupcakes were passed around. Robert thought he was quite justified in taking the biggest this time, seeing there had been nothing inside of his pie. But something was wrong with his cake. It looked all right outside, but the center was bitter. What could be the matter, thought Robert. Auntie was generally a very good cook. And then, too, the others didn't seem to be having any trouble at all. It wasn't fair, thought Robert, but he didn't dare say a thing for fear that others would laugh at him. Nobody seemed to notice Robert's unhappiness, and no one passed him anything to make up for his bad luck. In fact, the others all seemed to be enjoying themselves to the fullest. The chocolates came next, and by this time, Robert was feeling desperate. I'll have to make up for the lost time by taking these two big beauties in the center, he said to himself as he removed the two largest, best-looking chocolates from the plate. Ugh, said Robert, groaning inwardly and blushing all over with disappointment. What a horrible taste! Swallowing one with difficulty, he tried the other to take the taste away, only to find it was even worse. On the way home, his brother Charlie remarked to Robert about the splendid dinner they had had. Splendid what? Said Robert. I thought you weren't enjoying yourself, said Charlie. You looked uncomfortable. What was the matter? What was the matter? Said Robert. Everything I took a bite of was bad, even when I took what looked the best every time. Charlie said knowingly, maybe that was the cause of your trouble, Robert. I think if I were you, I'd leave the biggest and best-looking things for somebody else next time. That night, Robert stayed awake quite a long time. There were two reasons. One was the pain underneath his pajamas in his tummy. The other, the advice Charlie had given him. He put two and two together, and at last he decided that the best and safest course for him would be to follow Charlie's suggestion in the future and leave the biggest and best for someone else. All right, guys, see you tomorrow for more stories with Macy.